Ready, G. What's up, G?
What's going on? Monday, we back.
We had a good week of boxing.
Yeah.
Some upsets, it's a lot of drama going on. We had Keyshawn Davis. He missed weight over like 4 pounds or so.
Yeah.
Came in overweight. Couldn't work out a deal with De La Santos. Couldn't work out a deal with him as far as the weight. Ended up being stripped.
Yeah.
His brother loses the fight. They end up getting into altercation in the back.
Right.
Babies in the stroller.
Right.
Family there. What's your thoughts?
I had to try to think about it from different angles, and one angle I came up with was he's 26. I mean, none of us can write a book on life to be specific, because everybody's life different. Everybody handle the issues differently. Everybody on a mental level, they'll go somewhere differently. Like you might hear somebody say something and you might think nothing of it. I might hear somebody say something and think everything of it. I might think it's a total threat or a total compliment, and you might say, I don't care either way. You know what I mean? It don't matter to me. So with everything that happened, I feel like he was in his feelings on a whole nother level. 1, because the opportunity. 2, because the money. 3, because it made him look like a fool. Because everybody here for you, and you ain't even doing what you do. And you've been gassing it up the whole time. So we get here, and now you're not fighting. Then I've been DB3 the whole time. DB3. My brother get in there and lose to a guy who gave me some trouble. You know what I mean? So you double, he felt it double. Like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, this motherfucker got away from me and then gave my brother a whooping. Yeah. So I gotta make it look like I'm still down for my people. I gotta make it look like I'm holding it down. I gotta make it look like I'll fight for y'all. So you go in the back, you find a reason to fight, and you go at the man that beat your brother. You know what I mean? It was corny. It was corny as shit. It was real tasteless. It was real unsportsmanlike. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of things. And he just didn't use his head. He wasn't thinking at all. He had total envy in his heart. I think because of Abdullah Mason. I think Abdullah Mason ended up being the main event in your town after you just went at him, and then he stopped a guy after 4 rounds. You know what I'm saying? So in his heart, it just was a lot of hate, a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot going on.
So where does he go from here? Like now he's saying he's gonna move up to 140. Let me rewind a little, but he knew he couldn't make 135. He said after his last fight.
Yeah.
And then you go in and take the fight, knowing you can't make it.
Yeah.
Why would he do that? What was the reason for him doing that?
I don't think he really wanted to fight De Los Santos. I think that fight excited him too much. A lot of people not gonna understand what I'm saying. There is people out here every day fighting with their self. I was one of those people. Example, my career turned out the way it did because I didn't trust nobody. And I'm crazy enough to take these opportunities that's coming through my phone, and I'm not smart enough, I'm not wise enough at that time to say no. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking. I think that I'm thinking because in that moment I'm thinking, but I'm not thinking because I'm not thinking about it from different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn, that happened to him that night. He lost his mind. This is why you have people around you that can not only boost your confidence and make you feel good, but you also have people around you, listen, that'll tell you, you out of pocket right now. Calm the fuck down, man. Chill the fuck out. Like, what you doing? Like, where you going with this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. After this, what we doing? You already fucked up the fight. Now you gonna go ahead and do some extra shit. So he don't have nobody like that around him. He's the middle brother, but he like the big brother. He like the big brother because he getting all the attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So made a mistake. Some people do worse things though. I'm not mad at him for making a mistake. I'm mad at him for going about it the way he did. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That was corny. But the mistake I'm not mad at because we all gonna make mistakes. None of us is perfect. But the thing is, he handled it in a way like you wasn't thinking at all. You already fucked up the money. You fucked up. Then you're gonna fuck up some more and now you're gonna possibly owe some money. You got to pay somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Now, on the flip side though, you got you know, some positives from this weekend.
Yeah.
You got young Scooter Davis.
Yeah.
Stay in shape. What's your thoughts on that kid there?
He got like a Scooter Davis got like a energy that I like. You know what I'm saying? He always find a reason to be excited. You know what I mean? But he channeling it in the right way. You know what I'm saying? He going out there and punching on dudes. That's how you channel that energy. I'm saying that because to go back to Keyshawn real quick, if that's what you do, then you'll be fine. If you channel that energy into the fight, you'll be fine. All the other stuff ain't nothing but it's like fly being in your ear. You know what I mean? You just like, come on, man, it's in the way. You know what I mean? So, Scooter Davis, I think if he stay humble, he'll be just fine. Cause he exciting. I don't even know how big of a punch he got. I don't know how fast he is, but I know he wanna hurt you. That's what I see when I see Scooter Davis. He wanna, I wanna hit you with this shit. I wanna see what happens. Like he give me that look. You know what I mean? I like that kid. He all right.
Yeah. All right, now switch to the main event of the fight. You know, you got Abdullah Mason.
Yeah.
He moved to the main event of the fight. Stops his opponent in 4 rounds.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on Abdullah Mason?
He getting sharper. He getting better with his decision making. He getting more accurate. He just getting better. He just getting better. Everything he doing, the interviews getting better, the demeanor is getting better, everything's getting better. He just working. Yeah. That's gonna happen when you being healthy mentally and physically. He getting better. He gonna keep getting better.
So Keyshawn ultimately said, "I want to fight you next." In that fight, in the presser.
Yeah.
Knowing he can't make 135 again.
Right.
And he says that, so now it's almost like a contradiction. You know you can't make 135. You know you was gonna miss weight for De La Santos. What's your thoughts on him like calling out, you know, a young fighter like Abdullah Mason?
You know why that was corny? Because when you the man, you supposed to let people call you out. You don't go at, you know what I'm saying? Because that's like you chasing. That's like chasing. You know how when you gamble, you like, man, I'm trying to make 50,000 a day. I'm going to casino. That's a direct kill shot to your pockets.
Yeah.
So you thinking about the money, but you're not thinking about the chance you taking. That's why I'm saying it's chasing.
Yeah.
So he thinking about how big of a fight it be, and it's the right time I crush young boy. But really, you supposed to be the man. So why you calling anybody out? You should just be taking care of business. And you got a real guy in front of you. De La Santos a real guy. Exactly. So the fact that he overlooked that whole situation and start talking about fighting the young boy, that was corny. And it looked like a hater move. Why you worried about him? Listen, if this is my card, I'm worried about me and what I got going on. Yeah. I mean, everybody on the card, good luck to you. A and B side. I mean, this is my card. We here to see me. I'm not going to direct the energy towards anybody else. You know, you got Abdullah looking like a complete animal because Abdullah seemed a little timid, but at the same time, he was like, I ain't here for you. Like, I'm here for my fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get in the ring and make a bull quit. Here we go.
Did Abdullah gain some momentum like on Keyshawn Davis after Saturday as far as starter popularity in the ranks of boxing?
Yeah, because everything changed now. You went from co-main to main, right? That fast. That wasn't in plans. Nope. That wasn't the plan at all. You were supposed to be opening up the main card, co-main event for Keyshawn. You end up being the main event after he went at you. He tried to play you, and now you the man.
Now, is Abdullah Mason now main event going forward, you think? Think he could probably be main event?
Depends on who and where he fighting. I'm saying that because sometimes they'll find a tag team match. Here's what I'm saying. If you remember Golovkin, Chocolatito used to fight on the card with him. Chocolatito, he could have possibly had his own cards because he had a nice flow following because he was a puncher. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. He wasn't from Mexico where the backing is different, but he still was getting good support from the Spanish community. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So Chocolatito, and plus I like Chocolatito. You know what I mean? We used to watch him on HBO. They used to be together. But sometimes they do little shit like that. So you might get like an Abdullah and a Shoe Show. They might tag team a card. So they might do it once in New York and then once in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? A little shit like, you know what I mean? They might bounce it back and forth. You never know. Depending on the matchups they got. But I think he can handle a main event right now because one thing I can say about him, every time he go out, he always looked the same as far as his comfort zone. Even when he got hurt, calm down, let's get back to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't like start getting real frantic and just getting hyped and running around the ring trying to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was always locked in.
So Abdullah Mason, I think he fought 3 times already this year, I believe.
Something like that,
Something
yeah.
like that. So now he's set to probably fight again, I think, in July, August.
Yeah.
He's following the blueprint, like whereas he's staying active. Does that
Very
ultimately help him like get sharper and sharper and better and better?
At this pace, he can run that pace until he like 25. So Abdullah Mason might sneak up and be everybody's favorite fighter in the next 2 years. 2 or 3 years. He might be Abdullah Mason. Hey, you ever heard of Abdullah Mason? I'm talking about, you know how you got regular people? They casuals is what they call them. You know what I mean? They running up on you. Heard that kid Abdullah Mason? You be like, damn, I've been watching this guy since the blue and the red corner. You know what I mean? The amateurs. But you know, I think he got one of them careers. If he keep that momentum, he'd be everybody's favorite fighter. He could do it till he like 24. You know what I mean? And then they're gonna slow him down. But that's what they do.
Yeah, we got to. It's gonna be more bigger. The fights will be a lot bigger than what they are. So
Yeah.
I never got a chance to ask you about a fight, Canelo, Crawford. You know, I never got a chance to ask you about that fight in September. Your
Yeah.
thoughts?
I'm expecting a way better fight than people think. In a lot of people's eyes, Canelo is a monster. To me, he is. He a monster. He earned the right to say he a monster. But the thing about boxing, it be other monsters walking around. They just don't look how you look.
Yeah.
Sometimes people understand that, sometimes they don't. So they see a guy, man, he been fighting at 47. Man, he's 54. He ain't no way. Sometimes you gotta do like, he might not be mentality-wise, they on the same level. Height and weight, sometimes it be a little different, so it's hard to see. People saying that because they seen Canelo in there with all these big guys. Crawford supposed to just come up and beat him. Sometimes in life you be meeting your match. Like Mayweather was his match. Well, Mayweather wasn't even his match. Mayweather was more superior mentally and physically at the time. He was too fast for him, too smart for him, too sharp for him. Bud might physically and mentally that night be his match. And we might see Canelo be like, fuck.
Get old, like how to get old. Like.
Not just get old though, just match your match. People, you going to, bro, it's a lot of little advantages Canelo has being his size, his height and all of that. So when he fight them big guys and they be like, oh, but look how big the guy is. Yeah, but it's shit that he can't do because he don't have that same athleticism. Because his feet are bigger, his arms are longer, he a lot heavier naturally. You know what I'm saying? Canelo light on his feet, but he know how to charge that power up. But Bud got like an awkward, you know what I'm saying? He'll load some shit up, they look like it ain't gonna be too hard, and then boom. On the end of it is like a whip. He got like a whip on the end of his shots. Shit'll hurt you.
Yeah.
That's gonna make for an interesting fight. When they fight, I don't know. Calm down, Chief. I don't know. I can't see exactly what's gonna happen, but I see a great mix-up. I see a great fight. You know what I'm saying? I see a great fight because you got two guys who not used to losing and they don't like to lose and they love to win and they do anything to win. But we are seeing Canelo slow down, but Bud ain't no spring chicken. You know what I'm saying? Bud might got more on his car though. He got more mileage. I mean, he might have more mileage left than the Canelo though, because Canelo got a lot of fights. But don't think Bud too far away. That's why it's gonna be a great fight. Bud not gonna go in there and look like a kid, but he gonna look kind of fresh. He's like, oh, he look kind of fresh. Yeah. And then Canelo at times gonna look a little slow but strong. You know what I'm saying? If Bud can handle that early on, like I believe he can, man, we just get a great rumble. This might be one of them Jones you got to watch it 2 times, maybe 3. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get a good rumble.
All right, and lastly, we got Tank possibly. They saying it's going to happen. Maybe August, somewhere around that time.
Tank and Lamont.
Tank and Lamont.
Yeah.
Roach. What's your thoughts on the second round, or the second time they fight?
Well, it's still early, and We know they had a great fight, the first fight. We know it was a great fight. It's still early, right? And I'm waiting to see some flashes from camp so I can really get more accurate.
Yeah.
But right now, I got to be in the draw. I got to be in the draw because what I saw that night was they know each other too well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tank was in some scary moments. Lamont was in some scary moments, but they both was able to handle it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was times that made us be like, ooh, but for real, to them, like, I know that move. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with me. Show me something else.
Yeah.
They're going to have to play more chess. But I see Tank trying to really go crazy, but not too crazy, but he going to try. Because if he go too crazy, he fuck around, his heart explode or something shit. You know what I mean? Be too fired up. I mean, and if Lamont can weather the storm, it's going to be trouble for him in the later rounds. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said not too crazy. He gonna try his shit, but not too crazy. He gonna come in there trying to set up more. Lamont, where the pressure is gonna be with Lamont is making something happen, not letting him set up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What your defense gonna be like this fight? What your, you know what I mean? What your reflexes gonna be like this fight? It's a lot riding on this one because they gonna have to go in a deeper bag, both of them. They gonna have to go in a deeper bag. So like I said, when I see some flashes from camp, I have a more accurate breakdown. But I think right now we still get another draw. I think this is gonna be the first time in a while we've seen 2 draws in a row.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna have to fight a third time because the reason I say that is because they really know each other. You could tell. Because some people was like, it looked like a spar. And then they were smiling back and forth, having, you know, I'm like, nah, that's the familiarity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I'm familiar with something and it come back to me in a nostalgic way, it's like, oh man, I remember that. Okay. That's a little joint from the amateur. You know what I'm saying? A little movie tried on me. You know what I'm saying? That's some 3rd grade shit, but it was cool because you brought it back out. You know what I'm saying? Because we forget about 3rd grade. We forget about 5th grade. You know what I'm saying? We get that old. We get that experience. You feel me? Yeah. So a motherfucker bring some shit out, you like, hey, stop playing, man. So it's going to be another joint like that, but it's going to be a better fight. But I can't see who pull off right now. I got to see the camps. Once I get a little closer to the camps, and I can see how their bodies look and all that, and what they trying, then I can say who gonna try to pull off.
Do you think they take more chances this fight?
Yeah, it's gonna be. That's what I'm saying. But it's gonna be more setup chances. It ain't gonna just be like we going out there. Yeah. They gonna be firing good shit back and forth. It's gonna be like a laser, like you gonna see it come back. Then like it's gonna be like that, but it's gonna be at a nice pace. And somebody got to play the fool. Because sometimes the fool get lucky. I'm going to be real. That's the truth. Somebody got to play the fool in this fight. They can't be too smart. If they try to be too smart, it might make you miss your opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But if you jumping on the gas, it might put you in front of something. So that's why it's like,
So they really gonna get up. They really gonna get up for this fight.
You got to.
They gonna get all.
You got to, because it's gonna be over for somebody and it's gonna be beginning for another guy if it don't go the way it's supposed to go. Tank, it's gonna be like, remember Tank? Yo, yeah, he was crazy. But if Lamont do his thing, it's gonna be like, yo, Lamont gonna be like God for like a good 6 months.
He's God after the first fight. He was
you hear me?
Yeah, they was on it. So. You know. Yeah, man. So, what you got coming up, G? What's up?
I don't know, man. I'm mentally just getting back in here, and cause I took a little time off my mom and shit, to help my mom and all that. She was in the hospital. She's still in there, but she's doing better. So with me, I just been trying to get everything back together, mentally get back in here, YouTube and shit like that, having some fun. I gotta get down there with you, Feek. I gotta get me some suit and tie though.
Yeah, when you coming up, man?
I gotta get clean, man. Come down.
Come up.
Yeah, cause I be wanting to do that, cause you got a real professional look.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that.
Appreciate that.
Like for real. Yeah. Not no bullshit. That's a good joint.
I appreciate.
You got
that.
a nice joint.
Appreciate that. All right, well, G, man, I appreciate you, man, as usual. You know what I mean? But you're welcome to come to the show anytime. You already know.
For sure.
My guy.
All right, guys.
Appreciate you, G.